Whenever we go to these mountains, we just don't go there just to be there. There has to be a purpose. We live within these 4 mountains. And we were told as the Dene people that this is our home.
These peaks are important to Indigenous peoples. It's a part of who we are. It's a part of the way that we're taught. We're not just told that these peaks are sacred and that's it. We hear it in our songs, we hear it in our prayers.
A lot of tribes have lost their connections and their roots, but we don't want that within our culture and within our tribe.
There's a ski resort on the western side of the mountain called Snowbowl. Snowbowl has a plan to expand their ski resort and to also make artificial snow from reclaimed water, from wastewater, the stuff that you flush down the toilet.
As Indigenous people, there was a feeling that we already allowed for things to happen on the mountain. We already gave to the ski people what was appropriate. And now what they're trying to do is, take a little bit more. And this is where we're saying enough is enough. And when this mountain is in danger, when it's being threatened, it's a threat directly to me, to my identity, and also to my children and their children, and so on, so forth.
From our teachings, this isn't right, that this is something that shouldn't be happening. So that's where, Youth of the Peaks comes in. Youth of the Peaks is an organization of Indigenous and non-Indigenous youth. We look to our communities for inspiration, and we see all these different problems. When we started this out, we were wondering how many youth were actually going to be involved. The more and more people got to know about it, the more and more they wanted to be involved. We offer a lot of things as Youth of the Peaks. Besides trying to protect this sacred mountain, that we do different projects. We have to respect the corn. You don't just leave it, like this. This is a very beautiful and sacred thing, and you need to take care of it. It's like that with a lot of things, you take care of what you have. It all ties in together that, our elders did this, our ancestors did this, and that we're just carrying on another thing as the next generation, carrying on this knowledge of the corn, of the squash, of nature.
I feel that with Alberta, the spiritual strength is what has, contributed to a lot of the talent that she has to communicating her role as an Indigenous woman, Dene woman.
So far, Youth of the Peaks have held 2 summits. We try to hold different trainings that will pertain to everyone, because we're dealing with a sacred mountain that we want to learn more about it. We learn from everyone else's background, from wherever they came from, whether it was traditional or urban, that we can still come together and learn from one another. And that's the whole reason why we have these summits.
I feel like there's a unification of our people that's happening. When I see young people like Alberta and all these different Youth of the Peaks coming and standing and speaking up, I see it as a revitalization of our identity, our culture. I see it as a healing of our nation.
When I first started out, it was really hard for me to talk in front of people, to really be out there. But the more and more, I'm out there, the more and more respect that I get and the love that I get. The people coming up to me and saying thank you, that's what encourages me to keep going.
As a mother, my responsibility is to stand beside her, as all my other children. She's a young child and still learning, but her voice and the way she carries herself she's very, very strong.
So there will be a guidance for her because of her belief, because of the song that she has learned. And this will take her on that road, on that path, which will be the beauty way.